Hi everybody, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today I'll be doing a video on how to get ready for your clinical rotations. So I'll be talking mostly about things you should get in place before you start your clinical rotations. Things to keep in mind, things to purchase, resources to use. We're going to cover all of that here today. All right, let's get started. So for your clinical rotations, you have 5 core rotations depending on whether or not you're doing family medicine as a core or an elective. So the 5 rotations are internal medicine, surgery, pediatrics, OBGYN, and psychiatry. For some people, you do your family medicine in 3rd year. For others, you do family medicine in 4th year. Now, keeping that in mind, going into your clinical rotations, some things I strongly advise. First is review your history taking skills. That's super important because as a member of the care team and as a junior member of the care team, the first thing they're going to have you do is go and take the history from the patient. You're going to at some times be the first person that go and meet the patient, and you're going to be taking their history, you're going to talk to them. So review your history taking skills. Know how to take a history properly and detailedly, because some attendings are very specific. They want you to get all the details. So it's better to be very detailed. Another thing is review your physical exams, okay? Make sure you have it down. There are physical exams that they would expect you to know how to do, and nobody's going to teach you how to do them. So review those before going into your clinical rotations. Other things that are very important is step 2 CK first aid textbook is super important. I don't have mine here with me because I have it in another state, but that's another story. But definitely I'll put it up below, up above. So make sure you have that, your step 2 CK, super important. It has the diagnosis, the best next steps, the management. Going into clinical rotations, I heard mixed things about it. Some people said it wasn't important, but I'm telling you it's super important. um, Other things you can have is up to date. If you have the privilege of getting up to date, you can get it. I've seen a lot of people use it. I personally didn't purchase it because it required that I spend money to get it. I didn't do that, but a lot of people I've seen use it and they really love it. What you can do with up to date is go in into the app and type a disease or type whatever, and it will show you so many steps about it, and it gives you very current information. So if you have the money to spend on it, go ahead. People said really good things about it. One that I've personally used is Hippocrates. It's a medication. It's mostly for treatment. So I used it a lot in my family medicine. In family medicine, I was in a setting where I was allowed to make a lot of decisions. So I'll go in there and check medications that I can use for various diseases before I prescribe them, just to double check. You don't want to go ahead and prescribe the wrong medication. Sometimes you still get to discuss it with your attending or your supervisor, but it's nice to know for sure what you're talking about before you go ahead to discuss those things. So if you can get it, it's free, it's very efficient. I used it and I loved it. Another thing that you can get is a notebook. Definitely get a notebook, a pocket-sized notebook. It's super important. Sometimes doing rounds or just during the day, they would discuss things that are so important, and you can write them on there. When you're taking your patient history, you can write it on here as well. There are specific notebooks for different specialties. There's an internal medicine HNP, there's a family medicine HNP, there's surgery OBGYN HNPs. You can get those as well. I simply use the regular pocket size notebook. I have another one right here. Oh, right here. I use this for my internal medicine because it's a lot. Internal medicine is 12 weeks for us, so this is why the book is a little thicker. Get something that can definitely fit in your pockets. All right. Other things that I would recommend is Case files. Oh my god, I totally love case files. I don't know if it works for everybody, but I specifically really love it. I have all the case files. I have OB, I have internal medicine, I have family medicine. I have all of them. And what I use them for specifically is for internal medicine. When we see a case, let's say we see a pancreatic cancer case today, when I go home or if I have time in the hospital, I'm going to go over that case in the case files. It tells you everything. It tells you the symptoms, it tells you your best next steps, it tells you what labs, what medications, complications. I totally love them. So I use it a lot. It also has questions at the end to test your knowledge. So definitely try that out. You can, try one for your first rotation. If you don't like it, you can drop it, but it is very helpful for me. And I got it somewhere really cheap. I'm gonna say that on another video. So make sure to subscribe because I'm going to be giving you a lot of resources on this channel, okay? That's a promise. All right. Other things that I've seen people use, they use the pocket medicine book. Some people use pocket medicine for internal medicine, surgery. I think every specialty has one, and they've said good things about it, so check that out as well. Let me see, what else did I not talk about? Shelf exam. Just know that you're going to have to find time during your rotations to prepare for your shelf exams. I'm going to do another video covering that, how I prepared for my shelf exams and how I scored, what I did to score high on my shelf exam. So I'll do videos on that. Watch out for those videos. Let's see, what else did I, something else. Know your abbreviations, okay? So going in, a lot of times attendings and residents will use abbreviations in medicine, and so make sure to review those before you start your rotations because they're not going to spell it out to you. You need to know, so definitely look that up. Other things that you should know are your medications. We have the generic names, we have the medical names that we use. A lot of times they're gonna say it in a way that you as a med student don't know. So those are things to review. For example, they will say Lasix or other names that they'll talk about. So make sure to review those as well before going into your rotations. All right, I'm going to stop here for today. I'll do other videos on what specifically to get for no, I haven't done surgery yet. So what to get for internal medicine, what to get for psychiatry, what to get for OBGYN, family medicine. And as we go along, I'll do videos for all the rotations I've done, and not just what to get going in, but how to stand out, what the schedule is like, things to expect during those rotations. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that button, hit the like button, and watch out for other videos. All right, thank you so much. Ciao.